Hello everyone, I've made my way to a new country and it's Lebanon.
Took a flight here from Turkey. I had to leave Turkey because I was staying too long, and initially I wanted to go to Iran, but they ended up not giving me a visa, unfortunately. Not completely ununderstandable considering the current political situation, so now I've made my way here. And today I want to try to make my way to Baalbek, an ancient Roman and pre-Roman complex of ruins. On the way there, first, I want to stop at a very interesting monument. So let's go.
So I managed to stop a little van on the side of the highway Staura after not being able to make it to the monument. I took a bike there first, a bike taxi. Quite scary, didn't have a helmet, didn't have rear view mirrors even, it was going quite fast. Anyway, I got dropped off there near the monument, and quite a scene unfolded, which I wish I could have filmed, because it was quite something. Like 5 soldiers asking me, discussing intently, asking me for my passport and my documents, calling some other people on a military telephone, and eventually they told me no, you can't go in and you can't even take pictures of the monument from far away. Well, here's one anyway, enjoy. But yeah, here I am on a van to Staura, from where I should be able to take a connecting van. It's kind of a junction, Staura, connecting van. There's a bit of an irony to the soldiers preventing me from seeing the monument that's called the Monument to a Hope for Peace. Anyway, here's a beautiful view of the Lebanese countryside on the way to Staura, on the way to Baalbek. Well, I've been dropped off here at this crossing and I've been told some words in Arabic which I think mean all vans coming by here are going to Balbeck. At least I hope that's what it means, but let's see. Balbeck? Balbeck? Okay. Van is going to Baalbek and we're making our way through the Beirut Valley. Should arrive in like half an hour, I guess. Beirut Valley is an interesting place because it is the stronghold of a political organization whose name I'm not going to mention right now, but you'll see some of the signs when we roll by the villages here. We are on the way to Baalbek, but on the way the driver stopped at his family's house to give us a little Lebanese hospitality and some coffee. Thank you very much. Just drove by an abandoned and destroyed building, and the driver said that it had been recently bombed by Israel. Didn't seem too pleased about it, obviously. Trying one of the local little delicacies, sviha, from Baalbek specifically.
Sviha Baalbeki.
Sviha Baalbeki.
Sviha Baalbeki.
Very good.
Very good.
Hot, beefy, very nice. Well, after they showed me the family Kalashnikov at the house, we left. Unfortunately, the hospitality quickly turned into, let's say, business acumen, and what was supposed to be a van trip, which are very cheap, turned into a taxi trip to Baalbek, which was a lot more expensive. They start at $30. I talked it down to half, which I think is still way too much, but I was about to be stuck in a political organization controlled territory, and then they only dropped me off at the edge of Baalbek, so now I'm taking a tuk-tuk for $1 to the historical sites. Now to the plastic windows of the tuk-tuk we can already see the ancient Roman ruins. So I've made it to the walls of Baalbek. Very cool. And there's a lot of gunfire and explosions just now around the city, but some tourists, although they were Lebanese, they were tourists from somewhere else, assured me it's perfectly fine. It's just some drug dealers clashing with the army, I guess, and they told me not to worry about it. So here we are. Let's go see if we can get inside of Baalbek. don't know if you can hear the gunfire somewhere outside of the city. This is the temple of Jupiter, I heard, and it's very quiet over here. And I talked to a lady, a tour guide. Unfortunately, because of the situation on the way here, I'm out of money to actually hire her. But she told me there's a feud between a powerful family here, the Lebanese army, because they shot one of their family members. And maybe that is a reason why this touristic site is so very quiet today. I hope I can get the vans out again easily back to Beirut. It's a very cool site. It's from several periods. So Baalbek, as the name implies, was initially a temple to Baal, a Canaanite god. Well, it was all over the Mediterranean, I think. Baal. Oh, there is some gunfire again. Anyway, afterwards it turned to a Roman temple to the god Jupiter. Became a pilgrimage site for Romans, and the tour guide lady said that it's the biggest Roman temple ever. And I can imagine, if you look at this, some of the details here on the stones, the temple still looks so good. Such an amazing site. It's just a shame that it's in such a politically complicated area of the world. And in Islamic times it was thought that this site was built by jinns, kind of demon, you know, like the genie, the blue genie in Aladdin, for example. Because the theory that anything built by people who aren't you has to be somehow supernatural or alien, older than you might have thought. And there's also a temple to Dionysius, which I think is this one over here. Well, the main one to Jupiter was one we were just in over there. And outside of the complex is a temple to Venus that we walked by as well. Lovely stroll to what would have been a little Roman alleyway back in the day. And boom, that must be the temple of Bacchus. Wow, look at this. Look at that lion, how well preserved it is. That's wonderful. This must have been one of my weirdest little adventures yet. Strolling through these ancient Roman ruins, almost on my own, almost deserted, with occasional bursts of gunfire coming from the surrounding countryside. Well, it was a bit more adventure than I bargained for. I hope you enjoyed the video. Wow, look at this view again, wonderful. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time. And I'm going to go and try to make my way out of Baalbek, back to Beirut, back to the safety of Beirut.